Welcome back. Our second main topic is related to tourism, and particularly its medical tourism, and how Egypt is now such a destination or a preferred destination for medical tourism, and how we can boost this type of tourism here in Egypt, as we do really deserve, because we do have potentials. Well, we are very much delighted to have with us Mr. Yehia Abdul, our tourism expert. A very good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Nani. How are you?
Thank you, sir. I'm fine. And let's start immediately with a definition of medical tourism and how it's now, or it can be one of our main types of tourism.
Well, medical tourism refers, like to patients when they seek treatment, and this could be locally, like in their country. It could be regionally, like in the regional or international. They have to fly, like long distance. So it depends upon the quality available in one destination or the home country of a patient. If it's not available, so he has to seek it outside the country. That's why they become a traveler, like for the target, to get treatment, and an excellent one, of course, because it was not adequate, like in his own district.
Let's shed more light on the important places we do have for medical tourism, if you permit me, sir.
Well, in Egypt, of course, like we have international and reputable ones, recognized worldwide. A long time ago, maybe 3 decades, we have Dr. Muhammad Ghanim Center, Mansoura, for kidney, and then they made an addition for the gastroenteritis and for the liver as well. These are, like international ones. They receive, like patients and cases, like from all over the world. And then Dr. Magdi Yaoub, some time ago, established his center, like for the cardio, like in Aswan. And shortly, inshallah, we're going to be opening another facilities in 6 October City. These are the top ones. And then we'll have Castle Aini with its over 200 years of history. And then we have, like other excellent destinations. Like unitedly done with the Egyptian expertise, and some ours with international expertise as well, as we have, like joint projects with Saudi and German associations and medical centers in Egypt as well.
And also, we cannot avoid speaking about our traditional ways, about Siwa, for example, and to treat some diseases with its wonderful sand, and to speak about mental treatment, if I may call it this way, because many consider the safari in our wide desert, for example, as a healing way for many I'm not going to go into the details of psychological issues, but it's our spiritual remedy.
Yes, definitely. Since this has been like stretched, like since Pharaonic Greco-Roman times, where many, like travelers, they come from all over the world to visit, like Alexander the Great. He came to the, like Amun Temple in Siwa, and there were travelers, Herodotus, other philosophers from Alexandria as well. They were seeking, like relaxation and revelations, like in the desert and oasis of Egypt, because it was relaxing and curative, and like it has natural springs, like of sulfur and other, like minerals that were healing and have an excellent effect on their mental and physical status as well.
The salt cave, for example, we can speak about the sulfur water, which was in Helwan. We do have other places scattered all over Egypt. Is it our role as media to propagate for such places, or we should depend more on social media with all its importance and its very important role in marketing? Which is which?
So really we have to use, like all of the above, really, because our excellent facility, as you're talking about the salt, like some countries even are so admiring it, and they buy it from Egypt and they go and establish, like projects, like in Europe and in Asia and in Arab countries, like Dubai and Jordan. So they import this healing, like rock salt that we use, like to calm down and to relax. And they're building chambers with and making medical centers. Yesterday, Mr. Khalid Fawda, governor of Southern Sinai, he met the Hungarian ambassador, because Hungary and Bulgaria and Central Europe, they have an excellent expertise in the medical services and the natural springs, as you mentioned, and they were talking about the next year, this year, end of this year, inshallah, is going to be an international conference held in Sharm el-Sheikh for promoting medical services in Egypt.
And healthcare tourism applications in Sharm el-Sheikh, it's going to be the second conference. This is a mix between tourism of conferences and medical tourism, true?
Yes, definitely yes, because Sharm el-Sheikh, like as a natural hub, like for meeting, incentives and conferences, and it has excellent curative qualities as well. So, I mean, like some could be natural, Southern Sinai, like, and the Sharm el-Sheikh region, as you mentioned, the safari areas, the desert has a healing effect, like, and some visitors.
So we can say, sir, now easily that investing in this type of tourism is going to attract more investors, whether local ones or from Arab and foreign states?
Yes, that's what the government is planning now, Ministry of Tourism, Antiquities and Investment, and the business sector and our economy and administration. They're working jointly with foreign investors and joint projects, because some of them, they have excellent expertise and technology, and then we have the natural resources and expertise as well. That's why it's an excellent blend and mix between both, and we have been doing this for some time now.
If we are going to shed more light on what we have discussed regarding the safari, the sand in Siwa, those a natural way of treating many diseases, by the way, is it directed to special age categories, for example, or special nationalities, or it can be fit for all?
Well, really, it's like a cure for all, because I know, for example, they're like Germans and then Swiss and Austrians, like visitors, they love to come to Siwa because it is so serene, so clean, so relaxing, so motivating. So they come and like to visit, like in the indigenous locations, and mix with the population and eat the food and relax and go to the natural springs for swimming and relaxing, and they bury themselves in the sand, as you know. So it has an excellent physical and spiritual healing effect on them. That's why we have, actually we need to have an excellent airport in Siwa. That's one of the areas, like that's limiting the international inflows to Egypt and to Siwa. We need an excellent air link with Europe for that purpose.
And this requires some modifications of our tourism map, sir?
Yes, of course. I mean, like the Ministry of Tourism and Aviation, they have to work jointly to, we have, like an airport in Massa Matruh, but in Siwa we don't, and 95% of our travelers, they arrive to Egypt like via air, So we need to have an excellent one, Al-Dakhla, Al-Kharga, and Siwa, and this is going to be a great promotion for medical tourism and healing services in that region.
If you permit me, sir, I'd like to add to what we were talking about regarding the tourism map. I also wanted to speak about the seasons. I mean, this is, for example, is going to be the high season for medical tourism. This place is ready to receive more and more in this in winter, for example. Is it applicable on the ground, or these are things which should be modified all the time throughout the year?
Well, actually, the choice, like, is for the visitors, and they love to come throughout the winter because it's so freezing over there. It becomes to minus 20 and 30. So they like to spend like 2 weeks or 10 days in Siwa and in Dakhla and Kharga Oasis because of its healing effect, and, it treats, like lots, like of remedy, like maladies, like arthritis and other things as well. And recognize this, and we look forward that we develop some medical services with Austrian, Swiss, and German, partners. That will be an excellent service for tourism and for visitors as well.
But in the same time, sir, we, thank God, opened new markets in China and India. We do have similar old, rich civilizations. Do you think, sir, that they can mix together here in Egypt, the cradle of all civilizations?
Definitely yes, because as like I lived some time, like in the Gulf, and they've been mixed with both nationalities, and they still, like use the old techniques, that has been practiced thousands of years ago, and it has a healing effect, spiritual and physical as well. So it would be an excellent idea if we jointly with them develop these centers with the expertise, of Asia, long civilization, and with the, resources that we provide here in Egypt. We are in the center of Africa. We're only like 3 hours away from the Gulf, 3 hours from Europe. So that's why we have hundreds of thousands of patients who come to Egypt to use the medical services, like in the medical center, as I mentioned, in Mansoura and Aswan and October and in Cairo, Alexandria. So it's about time that we develop such a project.
Well, Mr. Yehia Abdul, our tourism expert, thank you very much for your input, sir, and have a very good day. And by this, we come to the end of the breakfast show of today. Tomorrow is another episode and another crew. Stay tuned on Nile TV International always for more updates. And for more details, please log on to www.nileinternational.net. Many thanks for watching. This was Nermeen Abdurrahman.